Welcome to the Fabulous Food Finds tasting experience, which goes with your festive tasting box. I'm really excited. There's so many people here, and this has been my most popular box so far. This is the fourth box I've done, and definitely has been really popular. And it's so nice that I'm sending boxes all over the country and receiving products from all over the UK as well to put into your boxes. So this is me living my dream. So thank you very much for being here and supporting it as well. It's amazing. So everyone except Kath and Tanya have your boxes. If you haven't already had a little look, thank you very much for waiting. I am going to go through them in the order that I've got here, but we are going to be joined by a couple of the producers today, which I'm really excited about. So we have got the lovely Holly Chocks coming in. So Holly from Holly Chocks, who has provided some really gorgeous chocolates for this box, and also Andrew Gillespie, who I've not met in person before, but has a really lovely company called the Fresh Flower Company. And he is going to be joining us at about 7:30. So excuse me if we have people join and we might hop to another product, but hopefully it won't mess things up too much. So we are going to taste some products today. Some things you might just want to wait, and I'll sort of talk you through what I think you should do with them. I had some little Christmas tunes, but I'm going to turn them off now. Cool. So we are going to begin. Does anyone have any questions at this stage about what we're going to do? Anything? There we go. Okay, cool. If you do want to ask anything, just go ahead, raise your hand, or drop a message into the chat, although I probably won't notice it, to be honest, because I'm juggling all the things. So we are going to start with, okay, so I'll just have a quick overview of why I chose products. So throughout the year, I get loads of companies kind of like asking me for feedback on their products. I recruit companies for the BBC Good Food Show, Food Champions area, and a lot of you met me at the BBC Good Food Show, where I host a tasting theatre as well, where I introduce people at the show to amazing food producers. So I meet lots of them, I find lots of them, and I get really excited about them. So hopefully I've picked you a really good lineup to make your festive season kind of even more delicious than it would have been otherwise. So we have got Andrew's just joining us. So actually, hello, you're not Helen, are you? You are Andrew. And we can't hear you at the moment. Is that my fault or your fault? If you could unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yay!
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, lots of people joining tonight. We've got a really lovely full house. So we'll actually start with your product then, because you are on early. So thank you very much.
Early, yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hi. So I'm going to show you where we're going to start before you start telling us about what we do. So I'm going to ask you guys to open your box and find this fresh flower, which is from the Fresh Flower Company. We almost did really well, Andrew. We have one, poor Kath and Tanya didn't get their box today due to all the strikes and everything, but otherwise we've got a full house. So if you could tell us a bit about you and about what we're going to taste today, that would be amazing.
Well, why don't you take a cracker out of the box and have a little nibble? I want to start from there, because obviously any food product that we're making has to taste good. It has to go through a period of development, which these have been through a period of development, and not being from a food background, it's probably taken longer than usual. But when you eat these crackers, you're getting a taste of UK grain, so you're getting the bran. Then you'll get a taste of sourness, lemons maybe, a bit of acidity, which is from the sourdough. So 50% of our mix is sourdough. Then you'll get a little bit of honey, which is a local Totnes honey, where the bees are on the Riverford estate at the moment. Then you'll get some Devon sea salt, and then once you've had a little bit of a taste and maybe you've eaten half a cracker or so, you'll get the flavour of the pepper. And the pepper is fermented green pepper from Campot. Yeah, Kath and Tanya, you just have to pretend. Sorry.
Delicious.
Yeah, but you'll get so you get all that layer of flavors, and that's taken time to develop that, because we have to keep adjusting the amounts in the cracker. You don't want the pepper to come first, you want the pepper to come later. That pepper is a very special pepper. It's from Kadodi in Kampot, sorry, in Cambodia, and the farms, there's about 30 farmers, and they were all about 15 years ago, they were farming separately. The pepper was in danger of going extinct because it's a very specific pepper to that region. And then a French company came along with one of my oldest friends, Mike, and developed a process of storage and cleaning, and empowered the local community, 95% women, to have a steady income. And that steady income enables them to educate their children, and to have a normal life where they're not struggling to find money. So not only is the pepper amazing, and it won the Supreme Champion at the Great Taste Awards this year.
That's out of 13,000 products.
13,000 products.
Number one product. This is the pepper that's in your best friend's company in the crackers.
Yeah, the reason we use the peppers is because my best mate imports it, basically. So that was just, we were making crack. I started off this journey studying for an MSc in sustainable agriculture at Schumacher College in Devon. And it was immediately obvious to me during those years of study that the best way to make a positive impact on the climate emergency was to grow wheat, and then to make products from that wheat. And the whole aim of this company, the overarching aim of this company, is to stop, or at least play a large part in stopping the climate emergency. And the way that we're doing that is to pay farmers fairly for their grain. And we chose wheat. I chose wheat because it's the most important food product in the world. It makes more money, it's grown on more land, and it impacts more people than any other food product. But that money and that impact and all that is controlled or within the hands of 4 or 5 different companies. So 5 seed companies and 4 distribution companies. And that billions of pounds is made by people trading, and not the people that see it and produce it. So we wanted to give that, and we wanted to empower farmers, and by giving them a fair amount for their product. And we pay our farmers between 650 and 800 pounds a ton, which outstrips what they would get, even though they get an increased yield. It outstrips the value that they would get from synthetic. Most people call it normal or everyday farming, but we call it synthetic farming. So that money enables already organic and biodynamic farmers to make a decent amount of money and not have to increase their volume, and not have to increase the volume of their land. And then look at practices like not ploughing, which is obviously really good for the soil and can sequester more carbon into the soil, but also to transfer farmers from a synthetic spraying career to something which is biodynamic or biodiverse focused. So that's a direct impact. That is what we're trying to do with the company, overarching goal of the company. But we can't do that without the taste, right? So people aren't going to buy these products unless they taste really good. That product, we didn't enter into the Great Taste Awards this year because it wasn't quite ready, but it is now. We won 2 stars for our digestives, so similar sort of thing. We won 2 stars for our digestives. We won 1 star for our black pepper, 1 star for our white pepper. We also do this flavor, which is a mushroom, and the mushroom's grown in our bran. And the mushrooms are grown in our bran. The oversized ones come back to us. We dry them out, and then we waz them up. Jamie Oliver term. We waz them up, and then we put them back in our crackers. So which we and the other, if the brand's not used by the mushroom growers, it goes to a local pig farmer. The spent grain that we find all the time around our unit goes to a local chicken farmer. So everything that we're trying to do, the bags inside that you unwrap your crackers with is made out of plant cellulose. The paper here is recycled paper. The bags we use, some of them are brand new, but most of them are reused. The boxes that we reuse to house the cases of these products are all reused. We pay our people, and I pay myself, and the rest of them will pay the same. We'll pay £12.50 an hour. We're all on flexible time, so we can come and go when we feel like it, because we need to empower people to have flexible lives. They've got children, they've got other things going on. We're trying to build something which is sustainable, on the back of the products being bloody tasty.
Yeah.
That's basically
Right. I think we can all agree there's definitely taste there. I think it's quite a powerful one to start with as well, because that pepper does build on you, doesn't it? It's like and
definitely.
you also do pasta, don't you? A range of
Oh yeah, sorry, we have got
and
a
ramen.
range of pasta, but this is the bucatini.
Mm.
So that's it's either a bucatini or a macaroni, as people call it. It sells all the way up into Glasgow, where they make 287 make macaroni pies out of it, which is
Nice.
like stodge on stodge really, but it's a local thing, it's a local delicacy, and they really like it. And then we supply Apricity restaurant in London, which is a 2 Michelin starred green sustainable restaurant run by Chantel Nicholson. We supply Maison Estelle, which is the trendiest hangout for rich people in London. We supply those with loose pasta, and we've got like 250, 300 people or businesses that we supply around the UK.
Nice. Doing all right already, obviously, but one to definitely support and watch if you're, keen to support sustainable and good business. Good business.
Yeah, but I mean, all that's all great, but it needs to taste good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
we're all enjoying it. So it's that, we can't do what we want to do without the products tasting really good. And where we want to be is to be able to trace every single one of our products back to a sustainable business. And on 90% of the products that are in, or ingredients that are in our products, we even know the person personally, or we know the picker or the grower. And there's only a few products like salt that we don't, sugar that we don't, and maple syrup that we don't. Everything else we know the grower, the maker, or the gatherer. So we want to be able to introduce those people to give our products a transparency, basically, because the food industry isn't transparent, and it doesn't do us very good. We've got an obesity pandemic. The farming is destroying our soils, and it's not looking good. So this is the way that we want to change things. The way that we want to do it.
Thank you for doing that, and so that we can do that and support you and do our bit by eating such amazing food.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Eat nice food and help us out. And that's, you don't want to make like big changes hard, like not all the time. Some of them are going to be hard, and we're going to be over the next 20 or so years making hard choices. But let's make it enjoyable. It doesn't have to all to be that worthy. The digestive biscuits have got sugar in and they taste lovely. I'm eating a few too many at the moment, but
oh, brilliant. That has been amazing. And I would say as well, what are we going to eat these with? Because it's probably quite hard to pair these, right? And I'd probably put a really lovely salted butter with them, just to kind of appreciate the flavour of the pepper. But do you have any suggestions of what to do with them?
Honey.
Ooh,
just a little bit of honey, a little bit of good quality honey. Just spread it on it. And just heightens the sweetness, and then you build up the peppers with it, and it tastes amazing. I mean, for a little while that was my lunch at work. was like more honey and then some fermented peppers on top of that. You can buy the fermented pepper from Kadodi, canned pot pepper, and you can buy them and you can snack on them on their own.
If you were
So
to pair a cheese with it, what cheese would you pair with it?
I would do a Gruyere.
Okay.
I was at the World Cheese Awards recently and I had the Gruyere with it and it was gorgeous. But then a soft cheese, we partner with Sharpham Cheese and they do a really nice cheese called Rustic, which is sort of creamy, crumbly, almost like a little bit of a Mrs. Kirkham's Lancashire type cheese. That goes really well with it too.
Nice. Thank you.
No worries. I hope you all
Perfect.
enjoy the crackers.
Yeah, amazing. I'm definitely saving these for Christmas to go with the.
Don't save them. You've got loads of them. Come on, again.
I haven't. They've all gone.
Oh, what? Oh, I'll
45.
send you some more. I'll send you some more. I mean, also, I mean, just we do everything on our website. We do it loose, so the packaging costs us more than the product, which is a bit of a hard thing to swallow sometimes. But the box costs us 52p. The bag costs us 18p. So and then so you can buy them loose. I mean, what we're trying to get to people is them to send us a vessel, then we'll fill it up and then we'll send it back.
Oh, amazing.
But we do just sell it in a little bag or a little plastic bag. I mean, obviously the crackers we need to sell them in something that's airtight and the biscuits as well. The pasta we just send out in craft brown paper bags. You can buy any volume you want and you get it a lot cheaper.
Oh, amazing. Good to know. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you very much.
I might link you into the Facebook group as well in case anyone had any questions following it. I'll put a link into there as well. So, but thank you so much. That's been brilliant.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Andrew.
All right.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Cool. That was quite a powerful start. So I wasn't going to throw you in quite into there. That was Lucy. You came a little bit late. That was the Fresh Flower Company pepper, fermented green pepper flavored sourdough crackers. Cool. So we're going to move on because we'll have Holly joining us soon and we won't have got anywhere near where I needed to be. So we will move on to this bottle of roast potato oil. Now, probably not best not to try this right now. You can, but have a sniff. So this is like, my partner Jamie won't have roast potatoes any other way now. It is a rapeseed oil base, and which means you can cook at a really high temperature without it burning. So you can get the roast potatoes really crispy, and it's got smoke, rosemary and garlic in there. And I know it sounds like it could overpower like roast potatoes, but it doesn't. It just gives them this really amazing kind of savory umami flavor, and I think it just makes really great roast potatoes. So I'm saving one of these for Christmas Day because it does make really, really good roast potatoes. So that's your roast potato oil, and that's from Ross and Ross Gifts. They started as Ross and Ross Foods because there was Ross and Ross. They were like a street food company in Warwickshire and doing really amazing things like slow roast lamb and like just really gorgeous street food. And then they started making all these products, and it's the Ross that stayed. So they parted ways, and we got the Ross that was really innovative, like with Ross and Ross Gifts. I think I've included a few of these in some of the boxes. There was like a barbecue salt in the summer box, and I tried a really cool like salt and vinegar salt. So vinegar and salt, which I thought was really lovely. It's almost like the powder that goes on crisps. But yeah, that will make really amazing roast potatoes. And don't worry, it won't ruin Christmas, because that would be my worry as well, is am I going to try something that, you know, I don't know. I don't like to steer too far from tradition at Christmas, but really good. And then the other product that is from them is this roast ham glaze, which will go on ham or pork. And I just thought really lovely way of adding to Christmas again, like just boil either boil your ham first or bake it, and then for the last 10 minutes you just want to put this glaze on, so it's a really sweet, sticky, bit of chili in there, and then pineapple, red pepper, so slightly spicy, sweet, sticky ham glaze. You want to try it? Taste it if you want. Go for it. Sorry, Kath and Tanya. I'm rubbing it in there.
We're getting excited and waiting now.
Yay! You feel like mouth watering. Yeah, sweet and spicy glaze for roast ham or pork. And
Quite spicy, Katie.
is it? Well, I haven't given you any chili for a while. I think last box didn't have too much chili in it. But I think once it roasts out, you'll be all right. Cool. So
Eat it by the spoonful.
roast ham glaze. Okay, so then we've got another product that you can't try now, but this is from the Spice Kitchen, which is the mulling spice kit. And you can make mulled wine, mulled apple juice, mulled cider, and they're basically these really handy little tea bags. You get 2 of them in there, so have a sniff of those, and you can kind of get the idea. So you'll want to add that to like either a whole big bottle of cider, or you probably get like 2-litre cider or a bottle of wine, or as I said, apple juice. Maybe add a little bit of sugar. What do they say? Add 100 grams of sugar with the juice of 2 clementines, along with a sachet and enough wine or cider to cover and simmer for 5 minutes. And we had some the other day, and it's really, really gorgeous because it's not just a lot of people just use a couple of spices. So you've got mixed peel, cardamom, cinnamon, black peppercorns, nutmeg, bay leaves, cloves, star anise, and ginger. So really nice way of doing it without getting the big bits kind of like floating in your wine as well. So and it's the perfect way to make your house smell of Christmas as well. We'll have one of those on Christmas Eve while we're preparing for Christmas. Cool. So that is your mulling spice kit, and then I'm going to follow the list. This is the shortbread company. So I don't know about anyone else, but shortbread is kind of like Christmas for me. I can't really have Christmas without shortbread. So, and I wanted to find like a really nice small independent producer. So this is the Shortbread Company, and she's based in Birmingham. She started a while back when her kids, she wanted her kids to kind of like have like a cupcake business, and they were called the Sweet Bakers. So her children, she kind of encouraged it, and then she taught them to make shortbread, so they were started selling it to like friends and family. The kids then lost interest completely, and she decided that actually if they're not interested, let's change the name as well. So she is the Shortbread Company. It's all butter, all natural ingredients, and I went for the original just because I didn't want to add too much spice into everything. I thought it was a really nice way of actually trying them. They're like a really nice buttery, crumbly shortbread. What do we think of those? I'm not going to try. Shortbread. She did send me the cinnamon ones as well, and I was really kind of like weighing up between cinnamon and this one, but I think I'd just chosen something else that was a bit spicy as well, which I also something else that's in the box. I thought I'll go with the plain.
Lovely, Katie. Lovely.
Yeah, good.
I can't open them.
Can't open them.
Put them there.
Cool. Enjoy those. She doesn't
go and get scissors for them.
Yes. What else was I going to say? She also does tins as well, but I was thinking about the tin, but because they cost loads of money, I wanted to put more things in the box. I was like, you can just have a, small bag to try them, and then I can get more of other things into the box. So cool. So that was the Shortbread Company, all butter shortbread. now we are going to go on to the Preservation Society, and we've got 2 products from the Preservation Society, which is the jar of mincemeat. So I'm going to show you, this is my personal jar, which I haven't made anything with it, and I have basically just eaten it at my desk because it's so good. Yeah, this one has got nuts in, just as a warning to anyone who needs to worry about nuts, which Abby is the reason why I didn't send you any, because you have a nut allergy in the house, but you're welcome to sneak around and have a little taste at some point because it's so good. So they're buttery and boozy mincemeat, and she's won a variety of awards for it, but I think that's just because it's not got the suet in it, which I find sometimes, when you bake it into a mince pie, it's fine, but this doesn't have suet, so you don't get those big chunks of fat. And I think that's just a really perfectly balanced, and it means if you're vegetarian as well, it doesn't have the suet. So although it doesn't say suitable for vegetarians, but there is no meat product in there, so veggies, you've got butter, milk. But yeah, I just think that's like a really, really gorgeous mincemeat. So make your own pies or put it on ice cream. I did a thing once, so I was like, why do you not just have mincemeat cupcakes? Like I want to have a cake. So my little boy's just come home from his first beavers trip, so he's like excited. I put a couple of tablespoons into like a cake batter, just like a normal, Victoria sponge cake mix, and just made mincemeat cupcakes. And if people don't like the chunks of fruit and things like that, it just gives that lovely Christmassy flavour without the kind of, mincemeatiness of it. And I made a lovely clementine icing to go over the top as well, so really nice way of using it. But then I think that might be a waste because this is just so good just to eat from the jar, or put in the middle of an apple. I always used to do that. My granny used to do that. So
I like it in porridge.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Festive porridge. Nice. But yeah, I mean, well, are we liking this? Like, is this a good mincemeat? Okay, Holly Chocks is here. Cool. So we will pause on the mincemeat because Holly has just arrived. Hi, Holly. You are on mute at the moment, so I need you to unmute yourself.
Hi everyone. Sorry about that.
No worries, you're there. You're are you quite far away from your
There she is. There she is.
Pretty Holly? Are you near your Wi-Fi or are you quite far away?
I'm near it actually.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're here now, so that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for having me, everyone. So in the box, the cracker, I brought the box with me. That's the one. And in there you've got 3 of our chocolates, and it's our Icelandic lava salt caramel. So the history a little bit about the business is that actually I worked for Cadbury originally, so I was on their production lines controlling the bubble size in Whisper, and then becoming the caramel expert for the UK, and then working with their caramel in Australia.
So basically Holly is like the caramel queen. So hence inviting you on, Holly. And not only that, you make the most amazing chocolates. So thank you for joining us and bringing this special thing for us. So go on, tell us.
Thank you.
We lost you then.
Connecting. Am I back?
You're back.
Okay.
You're back in the room. Yeah.
So the caramel you're trying is our Icelandic lava salt caramel, and when we started the business, this was our first recipe. We originally used sea salt, and we just thought that the Icelandic lava salt elevated this to another level, and it adds kind of a slight smoky note, but it really brings out those caramel and the molasses. and just takes away kind of a bit of the bitterness as well. And we fell in love with it. It's our 3-time award winner, so I hope you enjoy.
This one, when we had it at the tasting at the Caboodle, everyone was just like, I'm going to have to save these for someone else because I've totally oversold all my boxes. So I really want to eat it, but I can't. It's so good.
It's amazing.
Gorgeous.
I'm so pleased.
I actually bought some of these from you, Holly, at the summer good food show, so I know I'm going to love it.
You know what you're going to have. We had people coming back this time who we met at the summer, and they just wanted those. Yeah.
Tell us about some of the other flavours that you've developed as well. While we're trying it.
Sure. So my favorite one at the moment is our it's called Santa's Treat. It actually looks a little bit like Santa's belt, and it's a mince pie flavor. So this one is, we make a mincemeat, made it in beginning of November actually, and then we let all those flavors infuse, and then we make it into a ganache. So it's an infusion, so the ganache is completely smooth, but all the flavour from the mincemeat is in the chocolate. So that's one of my favourite ones at the moment.
Cool. And if somebody wanted to get your chocolates, like before, are you still sending out before Christmas, or are you?
We are. Yeah, we've got one last production run. We stopped making on Wednesday actually. So if you want to buy one of our selection boxes, you can head to our website until the end of Sunday. And I think inside your crackers there's a discount code actually on the back, which will give you 15% off of your order. But yeah, so you can order a Christmas chocolate box, or you can just order the Icelandic lava salt caramels in a box too.
So it might be something to wait until like mid-January when you're feeling really like January Blues Day. Order it for then.
Yeah.
But Blue Monday, whenever that is. Yeah, and you do like subscriptions as well, don't you? So like monthly boxes and things like that. And I think I remember your first box that you sent was like an afternoon tea one or something. One there was like it was scones or scones. There was a scone in it and I can't remember what else, but it was so exciting to get it. Like
that one, you'll be happy to know that's coming back in March because around Mother's Day we tend to bring it back. And yeah, it's basically an afternoon tea in a chocolate box. So it's got even macaron, which we call chocaron. So it had a little macaron on the top, and then we have a layer of chewy caramel, a layer of a sheet macaron. Yeah, it's lovely, that one. And the tea, we have a tea and biscuits, and and champagne is included too, so to make it fancy. But yeah, lots of lovely flavors.
Amazing. And you also have a shop, don't you, in Devizes, is it?
Yeah. So we've got a shop in Devizes in Wiltshire, and we host chocolate workshops there as well. So we host private ones and group ones too.
And ice cream in the summer as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
She went to Gelato University to learn all there is to know about making amazing gelato.
Yeah, it's great fun. And our creme brulee flavour was the most popular this in the summer. So people can't wait to have it back.
Could I just give a message to Julia, please? I know what I'd like for my birthday.
We'll go. I'll come with you. They are absolutely stunning, those chocolates. Oh, it just melts in your mouth, doesn't it? It just keeps going. I love promo.
Oh, thank you so much, Holly. That was amazing. Has anyone got any questions for Holly while she's with us?
Birthday presents I'm going to write down.
Ah, amazing. I'll let you get back, Holly, because I know you are probably at your busiest right now, and you juggle your child as well, which I'm sure you put to bed.
Yeah, he was just singing Christmas carols, and I said, "You're going to have to read, you know, for 20 minutes now." Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's really nice to briefly meet you all, and I'm glad you enjoyed those caramels.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for putting a lovely little box together for everyone as well. It's amazing. Thanks, Holly.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, amazing. That was timed right. I was like, are they going to come? Are they going to remember? So that's cool. So that was Holly Chocks with her Icelandic lava salted caramels. And they do them in dark and milk as well. So if you prefer like a darker chocolate, I love them. Cool. So we got to the mincemeat, didn't we? We'll go back to the mincemeat because alongside the mincemeat from the Preservation Society is their blackberry bramble syrup. So just going back to the Preservation Society. So this is a lady called Ang Harrod, and I first met her probably 2015. I think it was when I used to run a bursary scheme for the BBC Good Food Show, and she won one of our awards just based on her amazing products. And she basically used to be in HR. But she grew up in a Welsh farm, and all of her family were doing, like, they used to do a lot of preserving as she grew up. So it's kind of part of her heritage, part of her upbringing was making jams and chutneys and things like that. So she does a lot of like some really amazing jams and things. But so mincemeat obviously is an obvious one to use. I've included a card from Ang Harrod in this one, and there's some recipes for cocktails and mocktails. There's like a blackberry and apple pie. There's a cheeky ribena, which is like what else is there? The secret garden cocktail. There's a couple of them in there, which is using the bramble, but it's basically pure whole fruit blackberries with an apple cider vinegar and sugar. So it's kind of almost like a traditional shrub, which is made with vinegar as well. But this would be great on ice cream, in like prosecco, to make like a Kir Royale type thing. It's probably quite hard to drink it straight, but hopefully you're getting like the real blackberry fruity flavour of that over the vinegar. But you can just like put it with soda to make as a cordial as well. Yeah, I like this one.
It smells pretty vinegary when you first smell it, but then if you taste it, it's super sweet, and you can't.
Yeah, you do.
It doesn't taste vinegary, does it?
If you judged it on the smell, you'd probably think, what are we doing? But yeah, actually, it's sweet and syrupy. And she's a lovely lady. When just before we'd met, she'd kind of just got back from recovering from breast cancer as well. So some of her products she donates as well to various sort of cancer charities and things as well. So she's a really lovely lady, and I did invite her to come tonight, but she's at a parents' evening, so she couldn't make it. But yeah, I'll get her to do a little video and put it into the Facebook group as well, because she's a really lovely lady. She also does like these candied jalapenos, which are really cool. Cool, so that's your blackberry syrup. Where are we going to next? We are going to the Virtue Herbs liquid rosemary. So if you are a previous subscriber, I put in a various different sort of like forms of herbs and things into the box. Like last time we had these semi-fresh herbs, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to try liquid herbs. So another long shelf life product that basically should be giving you like a fresh herb flavor, but without having to like chop and grow and keep things alive. So Virtue are like a pizza company. They're based in Warwickshire as well, but they were doing selling pizza bases and things like that. So this was a really nice natural progression for them. So, you can add to pizza, but basically anywhere you might use rosemary, you can use this as a to add the flavour. You can taste it. It's quite. It's obviously got salt in there. It's got a little bit of vinegar to preserve it as well. But that all kind of, I think that cooks out if you're cooking anything. But really great to like put on salads. Obviously, lamb would make a really, you put that with, I know, mixing maybe with like anchovies, garlic, that kind of thing to put on lamb, or just roasted veggies with it with a bit of olive oil. Anyone got any ideas of what they'd want to do with that?
I'm doing like Mediterranean veg tomorrow, so I'm gonna try it on that, I think.
And veg?
Just like Mediterranean peppers and stuff. We're having that for tea tomorrow, so I'm gonna give it a bash on that. I think it might work.
Is someone else try and say something as well at the same time? Barry.
Yeah, I think it'd be really nice. It mixed in with some hummus, or yeah, used on the top of a tomato soup.
Oh yes, actually, all of these on top of soups would make it like pretty little drizzle on top as well. Or in you know, you put rosemary into like little into like a camembert. You could probably drizzle that on, because people put sticks of rosemary in that. Actually, do you really want to get the chunk of rosemary stuck in your teeth? So this would stop you having that problem.
Well, I'm not sure whether to go with the roast potatoes on this or this, drizzled over roasties.
Ooh.
Garlic powder maybe, or something.
Well, when the oil runs out, because it definitely will run out, I'm really glad I got a few extras of those for my own personal supply. But yeah, so liquid rosemary. But again, like with the Facebook group, if anyone does anything cool with it, just share it in there. It's not, you know, there's no judgment. Just, you don't have to do anything really amazing. Just sharing ideas and like pop a picture, or just put a recipe that you've tried and if it worked. And yeah, it'd be really good feedback from the company as well, because they interested in your feedback. So cool. Rosemary, liquid rosemary. I was going to say the herb that we had last time was from Seggiano, and they do the semi-fresh herbs, and we had an Italian mix in that one, and that was like a real wow when we opened up the jars, and it was this gorgeous aroma of well, it smells like fresh herbs basically, but in a little jar in the fridge, which is amazing. Cool. So that was the virtue. Now we're going on to Luxwell's. So I'm really sorry, but we had a little bit of issue with this. So there's a couple of people that might not have this. I think, Vari, you might be one of them. I'm really sorry. If I can
tried it before, so it's cool. It's
oh, good. And I think, yeah, I think everyone else here got one. I think it was some local people that I kind of said I'll try and get them to them. I don't know what happened. If anyone got 2 in their box, tell me. And then you got 2. Ah, that's where I messed up. Okay, if you got a big box, if you bought one of the salmon kits, I'll be right.
Yeah, definitely got 2.
Okay.
Of the blackberry bramble syrup.
You got 2 of those?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, I'll admit I don't do this. I don't do the packing all on my own. I normally have my dad and mum helping, but my dad's out of action because he broke his ankle, and so I had Jamie helping, my partner, and my stepmom Jo, and there were some times that we got a bit confused. So if you got more, well done. I think that would probably mean Kath, because you got a salmon, and Charlotte probably got 2 of these as well, but I have to apologise to the lady, because I was like, I'm sure there were 48 and they just weren't there. There were 6 missing, and now I know why. So sorry. But everyone else, I think that was just a bonus round for you, Julia, if you got an extra one of these. I think Many people.
Well, you knew that I like cocktails, so that's perfect.
There you go. There you go. Cool. So, okay, try this one. So I met this lady at a trade show, and her name's Crystal, and I also added to her stress because she was moving house last week. So the night before she was moving house, I was like, they're not all there. So I feel really bad about that. But she makes these gorgeous luxury waters. So the idea was she didn't used to like water, didn't want to just add fruit. So the main sort of theme is around adding florals to the luxury water. So really nice way of hydrating. I don't know how this is her most popular flavor. So I went with it. And it won 2 gold stars in the Great Taste Awards, which basically means out of like 13,000 products that are entered, usually a 3-star gets about 250 awards, and then a 2-star, I'm not sure how many, but it's very good to get a 2-star gold award. So yeah, Luxwells, what do we think of this?
It's okay. I struggle a little bit with lavender as a food or drink group. I love the smell of it. I'm never quite sure about the taste of it.
I'm not too sure that it mixes with white wine.
Pop it in the fridge and save it for another time.
I'll save it for the morning.
But she also does I think there's no added. Make sure I know about this one. So botanical infused water with real flowers, natural flavors, and it's low sugar as well. So she just puts honey. So no like refined sugars, so all natural sweetener. She also does a rose one and a hibiscus as well. So really pretty and like a really lovely soft drink if you don't fancy something sparkling. Cool. So that's Luxwells. Right. So, has anyone didn't expect to like it but did? Like I think you said, yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it actually. I wouldn't have picked it on a shelf with lavender in, but it's nice.
Yeah.
No, flowery ones I usually don't think I'm that keen because I used to hate Parma Violet sweets as a child. Lots of people like them. I didn't like them at all, so I wasn't sure about this. But yeah, it is very refreshing.
Very pretty. Really look. It feels special, doesn't it? Like the packaging and everything. I really think it's really pretty.
Wish I liked that. I think that it looks lovely. If you were served that to a guest, they'd think it was really nice. And I'm going to have to apologise for my dog squeaking a ball in the background.
Yeah. Oh no, don't worry.
Yeah, it looks lovely. It looks really impressive. But like I say, I just really struggle with lavender.
Yeah, maybe the other flavours would be a bit better. I did kind of think with lavender, should I go for it? But I thought actually it's quite nice to try something a bit different.
What other flavours were there, Kate?
So hibiscus and let me I'll have a quick check. I know there's definitely a hibiscus and then a rose one, but let me just check what they're with. I should know this, shouldn't I? So you've got okay, rose and honey water. That was the so you've got hibiscus and mint. So these are $3.95 a bottle. Hibiscus and mint, which has won 2 stars as well, and then rose and honey, and then this one's the lavender and pear. So, yeah. Cool. So that's those 3, and then we're going to go on to another drink now, which is another no alcohol. So I'm not allowed to send out alcohol at the moment. I probably won't be able to do that. So we're never going to go for a boozy box, I'm afraid. So this is Maverick, and you have got one of 4 flavors in your box. So You've also got a leaflet in there that tells you all about them. But we have got, you might have a Cuban mojito, you might have a Venetian spritz, you might have a G&T, an aromatic G&T, and you might have a storm and spice. So basically, a mix there. So the whole idea is that they're all natural, non-alcoholic, giving people that, you know, like the flavor of cocktails, an alternative to a real cocktail. And obviously canned cocktails really popular these days, something to drink at home or on the go if you're going to like an event or something, or take to a party. Vari, do you want to talk about these at all? Because Vari,
spot. So we work with this brand, and I've got the Cuban mojito. They are really lovely, light, refreshing. The gin and tonic, in my opinion, is as good as the real thing when you can't have the real thing. But yeah, they're a great alternative. They really deliver on flavor, and they've got low in calories. So and they've got 2 new variants coming out in the new year. So it's an exciting up and coming brand.
yeah, I was really excited about them as well, because I know, you know, I tend not to drink that much. It doesn't make me feel very good. I know a lot of people that just, you know, are trying to avoid alcohol just for various reasons, and it is just really nice to have a really nice alternative.
Well, I think a lot of the alternatives up until this point have been very sweet, and having been pregnant 3 times and had to go to weddings and parties, you just get given Beaver elderflower sparkling cordial as a go-to, and it's just nice to have something that's different, that makes you feel like an adult, and is light and refreshing.
Yeah, I really like the cocktails that they've gone for as well. Obviously, Storm and Spice, like a dark and stormy rum style cocktail. You've obviously got the G&T, and then the mojito with the rum and mint. I failed. I realised I only managed to keep one for myself because I didn't expect to sell 45 of these boxes.
Katie, I can sort you out. Don't you worry.
I said to Jamie, I'll go for 45, and then if I don't sell them, I can give them to people as presents or something like that. And then I've been literally scrabbling around. I was like, someone else wants one, and then my plumber bought one, and then I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's great that everyone really likes it. And then the Venetian spritz is your like Aperol spritz alternative, isn't it? Like a Campari type.
They're really nice. They do, in my opinion, they do need to be served chilled. And yeah, if you want to put them in a glass and give them a bit of love with a garnish, then it makes them feel even more special.
Yeah, there's you've got the little card in there which sort of suggests the garnishes and how to serve them. And the company is like quite a small startup?
It's 3 3 guys who've started it, based in Hampshire and Wiltshire, and it's the new flavors are amazing. So it's just great to have a range of, will be a range of 6. They've got some good offers on their website for Christmas. So if you're looking for some a New Year's Eve no hangover, then maybe this is the way to go.
Amazing. Thank you. Perfect.
I've got to go and do some taxi run, so I will leave you. Have a lovely, happy Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.
See you later.
Bye. What sort of price are they, Katie? Do you know?
Or
they are quite.
I've got $3.95 in my head, but I think they do a pack of what do they do? Sorry.
A pack of 6.
Okay. Let's have a look for this free spirited. So it's $9.75 for 4. But obviously you want to think about how much delivery you probably like to spend. How much do you need to spend for a box of 36 is 60 quid. Box of 12 is 23.80. So that box of 12 makes them about £2 each.
That's okay.
Yes, bad, is it? And like as Vari said, have a look on their website because they did say that they've got some deals and things like that. But yeah, I like them. They look like a cocktail as well. So if you really wanted to, like, I don't know, subtly not drink, you could probably just have that and no one would really bat an eyelid, would they? Yeah, I like it. I've given myself a rum one, but I'm not really that into rum. So
You want to swap it?
anyone want to send one back with a Lux Wells drink? No, I'm only joking. Cool. I thought those are quite nice. And also, interestingly, so it says they are less than 0.5% volume, which still means that there's a slight bit of tiny alcohol, but anything less than 0.5% is classed as no alcohol. So yeah. And what are we thinking that it says there's no artificial sweeteners. Do we like the sweetness level?
Yeah, I've got the G&T one and it's nice.
Good.
I've got the refreshing burst of bittersweet orange and soda, and it is actually really nice. It's almost like it gives you the tang of a gin.
Tell them what you mixed.
Nice.
I've just sipped a little bit of it into my wine as well and made a spritzer out of it. And it's actually really quite nice as well.
I like it. Having a mixology session.
I was thinking the same sort of kick with this mojito. There was something in it that did have a bit of a kick to it. I can't work out what it is. So like I don't know, is it spicy or is it it definitely made it a kick.
Zinging with mint, lime and rum flavours. This low-calorie, non-alcoholic mojito is perfect drink to share with friends. Serve cold with lime, a sprig of mint and lots of crushed ice. Cool.
Yeah, I think they're a winner.
Mum?
Are they available in shops or do you just have to buy them online?
I don't think that they've got distribution yet into things like supermarkets and things. So I would say that online is your best bet. I'll see if they've got a list of stockists. But yeah, I think buying online will be
probably the best value as well.
Yeah. Going direct because otherwise they end up losing their margins to go into the supermarkets. Cool. I think you can do like a mixed box as well if you wanted to try more of them.
Yeah, because
cool.
I'm having a drink.
Nice. Cool. Maverick drinks. So I'm just gonna. That was Maverick for anyone that's watching on repeat. Cool. So let's go on to Puckett's Pickles. And I couldn't really be a festive box without a cranberry sauce. So Puckett's Pickles, they've been at the Good Food Show for a while. I've always loved what she does, like really interesting flavors. One of the things that they do is keep their sugar levels down. So in all of their products, it's less than 24 calories a spoonful. Not that we're, trying to keep our calories low, but always, it's nice that they're trying anyway. So this one is cranberry, red currant, and clementine. Obviously really good with turkey, but also really good with your goose or any. Chicken hardly ever gets a fruity sauce to go with it, but I'd put that with chicken, or it could go with brie if you're a veggie. Put it in with bake it, put it into like a baked brie or something like that, or in a toasty. So it's cranberries, red currants, cider vinegar, fresh ginger, clementine juice, orange zest, cloves, and cinnamon. But I really love the fact you've got big whole cranberries in there, which is quite nice. It's how I'd probably we'd cook it at home as well. Keep some whole. So yeah, that's your cranberry sauce. Do we like that? Or a bit sour?
I know this is quite specific, but I make a meatloaf from Slimming World with Linda McCartney's red onion and rosemary sausages.
Yeah. You think that'd go with it?
Definitely with that.
It's all right to go specific. Yeah, it is quite sharp, isn't it? And you can tell that it's quite low sugar.
Yeah, but I think it would go with quite a few things.
Yeah.
Sort of curries or something like that. That's also quite strong taste, but cut through it maybe.
Mm.
Or just
There you
the we had earlier.
The which, sorry?
The nice biscuits that we had earlier, the Fresh Flour Company.
Yeah, put that with a cheese and a bit of that with it. Quite, yeah, that could take the pepper.
Actually, I had that. My boss bought me some goat's cheese from the market today, and then I had some of that roasted potato oil over the top. And wow, that was lovely. Mix and match.
Yeah, why not? You could bake it with that, drizzle it on, and I don't do goat's cheese, so that's not my domain. But yeah, sounds good.
We have a Swedish Christmas meal every Christmas Eve because my husband's Swedish.
Yeah.
And that would actually be a really good lingonberry substitute.
Ooh, put it with meatballs then.
Gammon. You have gammon and meatballs and lots of different things. And that would be a really good substitute, I think, for some lingonberry.
Yeah. You've just reminded me of having gammon on Christmas Eve at my brother-in-law's mum's, and she always used to serve Cumberland sauce, which was like the red currant sauce, and that reminds me of that as well, to go with hot gammon.
Yeah, we always do the two full Christmas dinners. So we do full Swedish and then full British.
Cool. Yeah, nice. Lingonberry substitute. Cool. There's a really nice story behind Sarah Puckett's family history as well, where she kind of got all of her inspiration from. It was almost like she was destined to be a pickle maker. Cool. So that is our Puckett pickles, and then on our list was the Fresh Flour Company, who we've already done. I'll just quickly go back to that was the Puckett's pickles. We met Andrew from the Fresh Flour Company earlier, so we'll skip that. Now, this is Agri Foods, and I'm going to credit Lisa for this because during lockdown, her and her partner were telling me that they were getting so worried when they ran low on this that they were like having like anxiety about the fact that they didn't have enough of this in stock in their cupboards. So I was like, well, I've got to try it. So you gave me, I was gifted some of this in my 40th birthday hamper. Thank you, Lisa. And I loved it. And Jamie was like, oh my God, because he has this, my partner has this thing about curry, jarred curry sauces that he just doesn't think they're any good. And he tried this and just thought, so this is Agri Foods. And don't be put off because this is their Kashmiri korma, but this is their mildest in their range, but is full of flavor. And I'm not great with heat, so I can't take much stronger than this, but this isn't the korma that you'd get in a, your high street Indian restaurant. It's full of amazing flavor. So Agra Foods Agra is a chain of northern Indian restaurants. I think they might be the biggest chain in the UK. But Lisa, tell us about why you love this. Can you?
I'm not on mute. We just love curry, but I think you can't really create it at home very much, and we stopped using jars really. But it's quite local to us, and they sell it in our village shops. I think we tried it again one time, and then my husband went through a phase of just having fish curry every night for his tea. He was like on a bit of a health kick, so he was just blasting through them so much. But they are all quite spicy, like the other flavors. I think the chicken tikka masala, we were like, oh, let's have a mild one night, and then we were like, whoa, this isn't mild at all. So, but you can mix a bit of something in with it if you want to, like make it a bit milder and sort of make it your own. But yeah, we just really like them. We really like the restaurant as well. It's one of our local ones, so we use
Where's that one? Shipley, is it?
No, there's one like between York and Tadcaster, so and there's
Oh,
a few local to us. Yeah.
nice. Well, we just think it's lovely. So you can, it says add cream, but we put coconut milk, or they say yogurt. And on their website, there's a recipe for like a chicken and mushroom curry pie. And I just thought, over Christmas with your leftover turkey, that is almost an instant meal. Just to make yourself a turkey curry with it. So that is my gift. That is a meal, almost a whole meal in a jar. Cool. So that's your agri foods, and it's Kashmiri cuisine. So all of their recipes are based on Kashmiri recipes. So yeah, hope you like it. I hope I look forward to feedback on it because we love it here. It's the first time as well that Jamie's ever bought any food online. Like, he never buys food because I get food all the time. And he actually went and did it himself and ordered it and got it delivered here. So that's how much he loves it. But yeah, save that for your turkey curry or whatever you'd like to do with it. Cool. So that's your agri foods. Kashmiri korma. Right, so now you've got a really cool little black tube. It might be wrapped up. So this is from Burren Balsamic, who are known for their vinegars, but this is a bowl of black garlic. So does anyone use black garlic already?
No.
So it's basically people have been doing it for 4,000 years, but it's fermented garlic. So this is a whole bowl of fermented garlic. It turns really like fudgy and licoricey and sticky, so almost like the texture of roasted garlic, but it's really like it mellows, and it's just a really amazing ingredient. Like garlic's really well known for its health benefits, but once you ferment it, it's even more healthy, and you can absorb the antioxidants and things like that easier. And I'm not a health professional, so please don't quote me on any of this, but it's basically really good for you and tastes amazing. Abby, you use black garlic quite a lot. What do you use it for? Unmute.
I was just trying to remember what I put it into, but the best one we've used it for was with sprouts at Christmas, wasn't it? Made the Christmas sprouts taste nice.
I was really worried about it. Like, as I say, I am a traditionalist at Christmas. So I was like, black garlic, does it belong on the Christmas dinner table? And it was really good, wasn't it? And even the next day, like for Boxing Day, because we always do bubble and squeak. And when you got the little bits of black garlic in the bubble and squeak, it was amazing. So yeah, black garlic bulb to try. And Ottolenghi uses it a lot. We had went to his restaurant, and it was these lamb ribs with this amazing black garlic and something like marinade, and it was like the best dish ever. So I think I'll share it in the group. It's such an amazing recipe. I think there's one for like short ribs and things like that as well. So yeah, there's your black garlic bulb to experiment with, and if you already use it, hopefully that's a nice one as well. So, and Burren Balsamics themselves are, as I say, they're known for their range of like balsamic vinegars, and they do white balsamics and a range of other cool products, and they're based in Northern Ireland. So we have the Welsh blackberry syrup and the mincemeat, and the Northern Irish black garlic bulb.
Have you opened it already, Katie? Has it got what's this?
No.
What does it go like on the outside when it's the whole bulb? Is it like still leafy, or is it?
It's sticky. It's wet and sticky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you know when you open it how long it would keep for, or sort of how quickly you'd have to use it if it's sticky?
Doesn't
say, does it?
No, but I mean, because it's fermented anyway. I mean, I'd just wrap it back up. Yeah, I mean, there's black garlic mayo is a big thing on lots of menus, so you can put that, mix that in with mayo. What do they say? Spread onto roasts or crostini. So if you want a savory kind of umami flavor, it's, as I say, sweet, savory, like really mellow and lovely garlic flavor without the kind of like harshness of fresh garlic as well. So I'm interested in what people do with this one, so please do share it in the groups. And if you do try it with your sprouts, I want to know as well. Cool. So that's your Baron Balsamic's black garlic. Cool. So then we have, I can't resist putting these spices in. So Bowtree, to me, source the very finest spices from across the world. So they have their own pepper farms in Cambodia. It's not the same one as the ones that are used in this, but they have their own pepper farm. So this is basically a taste of Christmas. So if you like cinnamon, this should be the most amazing cinnamon that you've tried. So don't sniff it, don't sniff, because you end up really hard. I use this in the tasting theatre. We do a seasoning tasting, and I have to kind of just warn everyone, don't smell too hard, and if you wet your finger and just have a little taste. So this is their royal cinnamon.
Isn't it sweet already?
Gorgeous.
So this is a really special Vietnamese cinnamon that's it's cured, like, because it's a bark, it's part of like the tree. It's cured in the sun. What do they say? Like 8. I can't even remember the things he said about it now. But basically, just the most amazing sweet cinnamon that is from like the very best place that it is grown. So whenever you want anything like Danish pastries, if you're making something in Tom, I'm sure. I don't know, did you get any of this at the Good Food Show? You got some, Tom and Sharon. Did you buy that?
No, we didn't, but they didn't have anything left when we got there. But we've twice had it at your tasting theatre. I was so excited about getting some.
Yay!
It's always like use it. It's one of those things that's so nice. You don't want to think, I don't want to waste it and things.
Put it in some
just dip my finger in it every day.
Yeah, imagine making like cinnamon buns.
I was thinking like cinnamon buns.
Yeah, I think it gives you like a numbness. Yeah, almost. I think if you had too much of it, you'd almost be having a numbness in your mouth. That's what I get from it every time.
Like the Swedish cinnamon nuts.
Yeah, the Swedish Lucia buns or something.
Tom, I want a picture of some of your Swedish buns in the Facebook group, please.
Yeah.
Tom is a patisserie chef to watch. I think that in the future we'll be like, Tom, we met him on like Fabulous Food Finds tasting, because you're totally changing your life, aren't you? You're going to study and like do a patisserie course. So there you go, one to watch. Cool. And what do they say in the tasting notes? They say butter, buckwheat, honey. It's very specific. Orange peel as well. Intensely sweet or spicy dishes. This is how to use it in pastries, baking, savoury or tomato dishes. So basically, wherever you use cinnamon, use that, and it will be 100 times better.
For us, it's moussaka.
I was just going to say moussaka.
Oh, love it in Greek food.
Jamie always puts cinnamon in his spaghetti bolognese, so that probably in there as well would be pretty good. There you go. That's a little. I definitely want to make some cinnamon buns over Christmas as well. So we'll be using that. Cool.
You Fernley Whittingstall does a nice North African pastilla with cinnamon, and it would go really well in that.
Oh,
that was I think that was probably one of his first cookery books it was in, and it's a pigeon pastilla, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Ooh, If anyone thinks of any recipes to use of any of these things, please put them in the group, or if you email them to me, I can share them in the group if you don't do Facebook. But yeah, cool. And so we have done Holly Chocks. Holly Chocks came in and told us I love her. Her business is so sweet, and her and her husband's in the business as well now. So if you're ever buying chocolates and can support them, then I'm sure they'll be very appreciative. And then I got you a little treat from a little bakery from here in North Norfolk. So I post about it all of the time on Instagram, and she does occasional postal drops, nationwide ones. So I didn't want to just say, try this and you'll never be able to try it again unless you come to Sheringham in North Norfolk. So it's Winnaby's Bakery, and she does do postal drops. So if you follow her on Instagram, you'll be able to find her. But this is my absolute favourite. So this is her triple chocolate brownie with salted caramel cornflake on top. And I love it so much. So if you want to eat it now, go for it. But if you want to savour it, or if you've eaten it already, hope you liked it.
It's in the fridge.
Yeah, it's but I just the caramel. I love the caramel on this. I'm sorry, someone was going to ask a question. No? Anyone?
No, it's gorgeous.
We're really lucky to have them. They only opened last summer. It's this gorgeous little pink place, and not offending any of the other bakeries in town, but some of them use kind of like fake fats, and it's those bakeries that kind of use packet mixes to make things, and it's not good stuff. It's not made, they don't spend money on good butter, they don't spend money on good chocolate, and she really does. And she does all these like cookie pies and all really lovely stuff. So that's Winnaby's. So I hope that was a nice one to end on. And I really
vouch for it. We had my daughter's 16th birthday cake from there on Abby's recommendation. And it was absolutely amazing.
Actually, we got my mum Jane's birthday, your birthday cake from there with all the lovely strawberries on it.
Yeah, it was really delicious. Very, very pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah. So if you're ever in North Norfolk and need a cake, that's where to go. But have a look for their postal drops because, yeah, they're really good. And I really like the caramel as well because I think she takes it quite far, like in terms of, like, you can see the colour, it's quite dark. I think you can really taste it. What do you think, Tom, of that? Monsieur Patissier.
I like the caramel a lot. It's very buttery, the caramel.
Very dark, isn't it?
Do you like the brownie?
Yeah, it's really like soft. I prefer like a soft and fudgy brownie to like it's got to be kind of gooey. So I really like that one.
And it's quite, I like that you can taste that she's used salted butter as well, I think, in that as well.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh,
I didn't think I would like it because I'm not a massive salted caramel fan, but I really liked it.
cool. Oh, Kath and Tanya, you've got lots of things to taste and enjoy. I hope it
we're
comes tomorrow.
jealous.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
Wow. Do you know what? I was kind of thinking, how do I get around it? But actually, I didn't anticipate that it would be a problem. But I saw a video earlier of like thousands of trolleys in like this Royal Mail place. So I'm glad more did arrive than I thought they would in the end. So cool. So that takes us to the end. Has anyone got any questions or say anything? Favourites? Go on.
The liquid herbs.
Yeah.
I just had a look on their website and it didn't look as though you could order them unless I was missing it. Do you know how you can get your hands on them?
Oh, you should be able to. I will find out for you. Virtue Pizza. Did you have a look at the Virtue Pizza website?
I might be looking on. I think I'm looking on the wrong place. Okay, yeah, I see that.
And there's a code, new customers apply code new 10 in your basket, but they do like pizza dough as well. So if you've got any pizza
I
lovers,
was looking on Northern Foods, I think.
yeah, I think they
Northern
bring in
Breeze.
other companies as well for like, he's quite an entrepreneurial salesman. So he does these dough balls, frozen dough balls, and then brings he's asking me for companies that might work alongside like the dough balls and things like that. So I think that they probably are going to start selling more things as well. So yeah, but I'm going to put all the links on my webpage. I'll send the link to the webpage. I need to make the links live, but you'll be able to link through to various different the different websites and things. And if I can get any discount codes for you, I will try. But I hope you've enjoyed that little festive selection. So I was really excited.
Really lovely. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
Absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah, really nice.
Good.
I feel a little bit sick because I've eaten too much like mincemeat off a spoon.
Welcome to my world.
Just snuffled that entire brownie. I'm like,
I've eaten most of it as well.
Well,
It is gorgeous.
yeah. It's been amazing. The girls slowly joined me through the evening as they've heard the mention of food and how nice it was.
Oh, good. Cool.
No, absolutely fantastic, Katie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, so as I said, go in the Facebook group and share anything. Email me if you want to ask any questions or link to any of the producers. Otherwise, the next box will be probably early March. Just in case anyone's wondering, I do them every 3 months just because it's just me doing them at home. And I think that this is because the cost of like sending and packing and everything like that, it's just, if I did it every month, I think it's just too much stuff. So I think it's a really nice way of kind of like boosting your store cupboard and introducing you to some really nice products and producers. And I think 3 monthly is the right frequency. Cool. But yeah, if anyone any questions, anything like that, just let me know. But otherwise, I hope you have a really lovely Christmas, and I hope this makes things even more delicious. I don't know what to pick that one. It's my favourite, and I don't really know what I'm going to do about that problem because I have literally none of that left. Awesome. Thank you, guys. What was that?
Thanks, Kate.
Just order some more.
Yeah. The problem is with these ordering these things, like they have these minimum. Yeah, I know, but it's minimum quantities, and that's why when I had to decide on 45, like because it costs them so much to send and package and everything like that. It's like it's kind of like now I have to make that one choice and then go with it. So. The spring box, I've already got lots of people saying that they want to, would love to put their products in there. So exciting. It's going to be a good one. Cool. Amazing. There's one other thing that I haven't told you about. There's one leaflet in here which doesn't relate to anything else. This is a really lovely a product, basically, because I don't have a product from them. They create amazing meal kits, and it's this guy, Andy, and he's included, it's like a 10% discount on there. But if you ever wanted a fine dining experience at home that's actually quite easy to plate up, delivered nationwide, he makes amazing things. So have a little look at their website and enjoy that 10% off if you want to have a look at it. But their quality of food is incredible. So if you ever needed a treat at home, they launched in lockdown, but I think a lot of people quite like the idea of just being at home and having Michelin, basically quality food that you can put together. So yeah, that was Indulge Dining. And if you have any friends that you think might like the tasting experience, please do tell them about it. That would be amazing. Cool. I'll let you all go. I'm going to go, and I can hear the kids. I'm going to go find out about beavers because Alfie's first night at beavers. So I'm going to go find out about that and then get the kids to bed. But have a great Christmas, guys. And yeah, don't be shy in the Facebook group because it's really nice to share everyone's kind of like ideas and recipes and stuff. So cool. I'm going to ramble on. Don't go.
Thank you.